And I've learned a lot about myself, and my experience have made me very cautious of people, right? And so because of my experiences, I've become an avoidant, right? So an avoidant personality, I want to get the appropriate, I should have had this out. See, I'm just freeballing this. So an avoidant is related to denoting a type of personality or behavior characterized by avoidance of intimacy or social interaction. That is me. Hands down. Like, that is me. I will avoid interaction if possible. I was not always like this again, right? So this is, I'm a lot of people won't even admit to themselves that their experience have caused them to have certain ways. I'm transparent. I can't be so much transparent on a YouTube because then people use it against you. But I've had experiences to now where, like, I'm very avoidant, right? So when I put out content, I'm very aware that what I put out can rub some people the wrong way. It can make people look at me sideways. Some people can look at me like, you know, okay, she got all this to say, but it's not easy voicing your opinion, because over the years I've silenced my own voice. And by doing so, which I highly recommend, do not do that, right? Because once you get comfortable in silencing your voice, anytime you finally do voice your opinion, even, you know, it don't have to be nasty all the time, right? It can just be like, hey, I don't like that you did this. Hey, this offended me. Hey, you know, how you did X, Y, and Z hurt my feelings. You know, people are not used to you doing that. They will take it as like you're being confrontational, you're being problematic, and you're not. You're just finally saying, okay, this is how I feel. And not everybody's receptive to that, right? And so being in a sector where people can become very hostile and aggressive, you know, y'all don't know, but sometimes when I push out content, I'll toss and turn over the night, or I'll wake up in the morning and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said this, or maybe I shouldn't have said that. Another thing you're not going to know about me until now is, before I press record, even before I did my first live, I always pray. And I always ask God to please allow my mouth to say the things that it needs to say, but hold my tongue back from the things that it does not need to say, because I have no ill will and no bad intention in harming anyone, not even Jaguar Right Child. Okay. And so when I do come off a certain way in YouTube, for me, just watching over the years, and now let's get something correct. I've been a YouTuber way before coming over to Jag. Okay, I have a YouTube channel where I did my lock journey, and that was like 6-7 years ago. So I was a content creator already, and that is my brand account. Okay, and I'm even thinking about start doing some lock videos because my journey has taken a turn. Anyway, that's not about that. But being over here, and you know, it's funny, I know other content creators who stop making content because of the fear of the reaction they would get, right? So I'm really not confrontational, and I'm really not in my real life. My life have zero drama. If it does, it's from my preteen. Who them preteens are work, child. Baby, I be wanting to bring that girl next sometime, her mouth, but it's, you know, the preteens. And so so to come onto a platform and to be vocal about my feelings or my thoughts, especially in a sector where that's not really welcomed, right? It can be very intimidating. And for a person like me, right, because I love creating, baby. When I say I love creating, I love doing my thumbnails. I actually enjoy editing more than I enjoy making the content. I enjoy doing my thumbnails. I enjoy my colors. Like, everything is just mapped out a certain way. That's why I take notes. Because I like to be precise. I like to make sure I'm hitting the mark. You know, I'm very hard on myself and on my work, right? So a lot of times, y'all don't know, I post stuff and then I'm like, oh my God. But then when I read the comments, y'all are so welcoming and y'all are just like open to what I have to say. Now, not everybody, but majority of everybody. And being in a sector and I don't even just say this sector because it's in other sectors too. I noticed on YouTube, there's way more cold-hearted people than there is warm-hearted people, right? And I don't see crying as a weakness, right? I see holding your feelings back as a weakness because you're not allowing yourself to show others that there's other depths to you. And so with me,